Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start our first lesson. Today lesson will go through LO1. My name is Anjum Sattar and my email address anjum@ukversity.co.uk. Today we are going to start a new unit which is called chain management, and we'll go through LO1, which is be able to evaluate chain agent knowledge, attributes, skills and development. Before starting this unit, we'll discuss what we're supposed to learn under this unit. So under this unit, we will going to learn about LO1. Each lesson will go through one learning outcome. Today will be about LO1, which is be able to evaluate change agent knowledge, attribute, skills and development. And then we have a 3 assessment criteria: critically analyze, and critically evaluate. That will go through. And then second lesson will go through critically analyze approaches of organizational change. Different approaches we'll discuss. Lesson 3 will plan and implement the change. And then fourth lesson will go through how we can analyze the stakeholder response towards change. And the last lesson will be about be able to involve functional area in our organization which is required to be changed. So that's all will be in our discussion. We'll embed a lot of case studies and we'll carry on doing. The aim of this unit is really to develop the learner understanding about classic and contemporary theory about the change management. That will be contemporary, and these which we'll go through in our lesson. So guys, we'll start. And this unit will be understand the learner partner characteristic as an agent of the change. So you're as a leader, what you can make difference to organization, how you can implement change to the organization within our organization. That all will be focused. So change management. So please just reflect, what is the change management? So first of all, change is means something we are replacing, something we are improving, something we are running other than the routine work. So that's the change. Change need to be continuous process. It can't be not you do the instant change, because instant change be a shock for the within an organization. Like like in the UK government banned the smoking in the various areas like a public places. So they did, first of all they stopped the smoking advert. Then suddenly they moved to the other area. The public places you can't smoke on the public transport. So step-by-step approach of change. So that will help to be achieve our organization objective effectively. Any questions? So that's please spend 2 minutes, just reflect how much you have a knowledge about change management at the moment. Okay, so that's we need to be look around. So scale 1 to 10. So management is a process of choosing an environment, selecting an environment where we can achieve our objective. End of the day, management job to be achieve our objective. So today lesson indicative content, what we're supposed to be learn. We'll go through effective change agent, what quality need to be in the person though that dealing with the change. Self-reflection. The reflection is very crucial. What went well, what not went well, how we can improve next time. Okay, so that's we need to be look around as well. Okay, that's that is the crucial. Next we're looking the 1.1 critically analyze the relationship between leadership and change. So leader, anybody who has the power to influence another is called leader. If you have an influence skill, so that is you're a leader. So management is the attainment of the organizational goal in an effective and efficient manner through planning, organizing, leading, and controlling organization resources. According to the one great scholar, Peter Drucker, he mentioned is a widely regarded guru of management. He has written about the significant in the social history emerging of management. He views management is a task, management is a discipline, but the management also about the people. People, what sort of behavior they have, how they deal you, how they treat you, that different people have a different mentality. So every achievement of management is achievement of manager, and every failure of organization is a failure of manager. In the hospitality industry as well in any other industry, role of management is a coordinate task. Coordinate the task, technology, structure, policies, and procedures, execute the work of hotel. For example, corporate strategy, decision making, planning, organization. So, direction and control activities, system and style of management, interaction with the external environment, social responsibility. That's all that's crucial to be achieved. So, when we're looking performance and effectively, so leaders need skills, knowledge, style, standard goals, power. That's we need to be. Then leaders should have ability, personality, attitudes, and experience, motivation towards work, roles. Then group relationship, team working, systems. So individual effectiveness of organization in environmental reflecting that will give overall, to achieve our objective effectively. That's we need to be look around. That's we have to do. Okay, next guys, we looking next now is managing change. Effective leader is a crucial for any organization. Explain how some managers might about change being transactional. Transaction, so change can be considered the cost and benefit analysis as a transaction, such as in accounts, the transaction, where others might take more transformational approach. The following section here we look at the strategic leadership is mean having ability to anticipate, prepare, and position for the future. So a leader must be turned into the signals that provide insight about the needs and wants of the team members and senior management and suppliers, such as leader must inspirational, good interpersonal skill, ability to plan, opportunist abilities. Yes, that's all we need to be go through, and that's the crucial. Okay, next we're looking now. Okay, strategic leader always individual upon with the strategy development. Strategies development. Some organizational as individual may be central.
Excuse me, can you get off your phone, please?
Okay guys, let's read this please. Spend 2 minutes, yes, then we'll discuss this. Okay, so strategic leader are the individual whom strategy is developed and the change is being dependent. There are the individuals personally identify with and central strategies of the organization. Their personality of the reputation with the result of other willingly deferring to them and seeking the strategy development as their province. So in some organization, an individual may be the central because he or she was the owner, its owner, or the co-founder, and often the case of the small, and it could be that the individual chief executive was turned around the business time of difficulty and such as personality. So that we need to be look around. Okay, then next we looking the types of change can be transformational, it can be incremental. So transformational change implement gradually through interrelated initiatives, yes, So like, to be proactive change undertaken in the participate of the need for the future change. Then speed can be revolutionary. Transformational change is occur via simultaneously can be. That's a big bang. Yes, you do the suddenly change. The realignment, adaptation, the change undertaken by the realign, the way in which organization operate, implement and series of steps, and reconstruction change undertake the realign the way in which organization operate with many initiatives implement simultaneously and often the force and reactive because of the change competitive environment. That's we need to. So I copies guys, is this video is good to be watched about the change please before next lesson, and write down the points which we will discuss during our next lesson. Okay, then we're looking next now is 1.2. What is the 1.2? In 1.2 we need to be critically analyze the characteristic attributes of change agent. So what is skills attribute of change agent? The skills attribute of the change agent would include the goals. So clearly define, achieve, and sensitive impact of the change, stakeholders, role, yes, team building, skills, establish the work group, communication skills, colleague, and the subordinates. That's we need to be negotiation skills that we need to be, and the managing these always is a crucial. So these sort of the skills is a crucial to be as an organization to be achieve our objective. So as a leader we need to be develop these skills to be achieve our organization and implement the change effectively. So leadership skills attribute of the company that manage the change successfully, imagination to innovate, professionalism to perform, the openness to collaborate, and candor identify the skills that the leader must have if the organizations are able to adopt the managed change. So that's we need to be communicate, have turning into the environment and building coalitions skills managers always look for. The importance of the VN. VN is where you are, where you want to see yourself in future. Mission is what you will do, why you are the organization in the business. So leaders who are committed to the change can inspire others to perform their full potential. Leaders who are effective achieving the speed change, those who are able to convey the sense of mission, sense of momentum, direction, that we need to be. In generally, visionary leaders, those that we in are quite charismatic, able to communicate sense of meaning and consider others, have an imagination, possess the political skills, and create a sense of belonging within our organization that we need to be look around to be that type of the skill. So here we can 1.2 we can look around the more skill, and then third 1.3 we're looking the effectiveness. Effectiveness. So what is effectiveness? According to the quarter one, the great scholar has mentioned the style has mentioned these qualities: power, need in agent, participation aims to be involved, imply usually allowing some input, the decision could easily result in the employees enjoying the raised level of autonomy by allowing them to design their own jobs and pay structure, education and communication, use the background factor reinforce another approach, and power and portion so need to be involved in compulsory approach of management to implement the change. Like you should be embedded the legislative requirement because the ethics are the moral principle, and these are the rules would need to be. If you don't follow the rule, it can be penalized, and even the criminal charge can be. Again, that's why we need to be look around. Facilitation and support implies always need to be. Manipulation and cooperation involve the convert the attempt to be side steps, potential resistance the information. So guys, let's spend negotiation skill is also important. That's to run the change process effectively. That we need a negotiation. Negotiation always the person who has a negotiation skill try to reduce the conflict, because we all human and we have a different views about the thing. So what we need to do, we need to be manage those conflicts, and always we need to try our best to manage the conflict and engaging. So better we can understand the culture we can understand the value, we can understand the norms, and then we can manage the conflict. Otherwise, we are people from different background and different views and different thinking. So really, conflict will carry on happening, and we need to be a skill to be manage those, conflict. Huh? That's we need to be. So strategies addressing the resistance of the chain, the people who want to be chained. You need to be think about the situation you advantage, disadvantage, education and communication. We need participation, involvement of your teams and team members as a group, because otherwise think about like in the UK fracking means getting the gas through the drilling from the land, and in many areas, the UK government is trying to be implement fracking and getting the gas through the drilling and generate energy through renewable. But actually, a lot of local people were the fear that there when we do the fracking, there can be earthquake more. So what the happen? A lot of pressures go. So what will protect your views? So that is crucial to be involved them instead of we as a good managers need to be look around. Okay, strategies addressing the resistance chain, negotiation agreement, manipulation, cooperation. We need to be look around explicit and implicit yes, power you give the people. Those are angry, you need to be involved in them. How you can reconciliation in the process need to be actually implemented in a organization so we can achieve our objective organization effectively. That's what we need to be. Test your understanding. Managing the change of a team has been given the task of introducing new management reporting system in. So so you have to look around. There is a considered assistance from the office manager. Comments, have you heard into following? I have more important work priorities to take up any time. I used to be old system. The new system is very complicated. There is a new system is created. This is government is doing ridiculous, the thing what this change. But actually the government is looking in the wider interest of society, not in the few people. Maybe the things I don't like it personally, but we need to look around that. So maybe the few people are again the resistant of change. So you need to be communicate with the majority of the people. Huh? Okay, then the context of the chain, according to Haley and various other authors, in the chain to be successful implementation effort need to be fit with the organization context. No simple offer and shelf approach can be worked. So all organization, the chain, we need to be make sure when we do look the time, power, scope, yes. So then you implement the chain. If you say, suddenly this leader will come and kill people and implement the chain, that's not, the way, in some countries the chain was implemented. No, don't celebrate because it should be a continuous process. Stay clear, not you do it because the people's mind not accept it. Maybe we need to look around. Explanation of the models, we need to look around the this model, which we can impact. Look the time, look the scope, look the preservation, look the capacity, readiness, and the power when you implement the chain. Otherwise, we can't really implement the chain effectively. That's we need to think about your own organization, like different people from different background and different ethnic groups should be implementing the department. If we don't do it, you can't bring in the change because the new ideas will come. If we'll sit with the different people, different level of capabilities and competency, then we can build. Otherwise, we can't. Each of these factors can be assessed as a positive around the design choices, change path, change start point. This further we can elaborate when we implement the chain in the next lesson. This is a starting point. So here is a Glasgow and Smith and Klein, which is based in London. They have a head office there. Glasgow was one, and they merged with the Smith and Klein company, and often quoted the example of the firm that is successfully managed the change. The Glasgow view the change is an ongoing process rather than the series of the program. This is generally mean the change is a time scale, start in a years rather than a month. That's Glasgow Smile Salesforce, and that's the example which we can impact. Now, if so, that's we need. That's we need to be look around. Okay, guys. Any question here? If we have, so you can ask. Okay. Then when we do the change, we need to be look around strategic drift. The change should be matched with the environment. if the change not in the environment according to the environment, like COVID-19, yes, what change? So change can be drift. What is the drift meant by phase one incremental strategic drift? What is the gap between the chain and actual environment? Maybe that's not fit. So there is a drift. You need to be develop the strategy to address these. Okay, that that's we need to be look around. Okay, so guys, we need to keep focus on this one. Okay, so next strategic change can be competitive pressure, regulatory pressure, or the first time mover advantage can be to be changed. So we need to be look around the reason for the resistance to change. Why? It's about self-interest, maybe different assessment. That's the reason people don't want to share. Okay, so that today was more about the process, contextual discussion. What is the change agent? What are the skills and quality required? Okay, guys. So today we discuss about change agent, and under the change agent, different the qualities and abilities required that individual. Discuss what is the management, what is the leadership, what is the change agent meant by the person who deal with the change is called change agent, and we discuss about and please guys make sure you attempt this quiz. You can copy this link and try to attempt this quiz before next lesson. So that's all today from my side. If you have any questions, please drop me email on my email address anjum@ukversity.co.uk, and I hope speak you all during our next lesson. And next lesson will go through LO2. Please make sure join your session so we have a healthy discussion. And the books and the journal article, everything will be available on Moodle. So please make sure you read the background reading about the client and about the agenda of change. And other than that, I copied the two important links which you can copy. Please read about what is a chain, what is a chain agent, what are the strategic choices, and there are the plenty of example of different organizations which we embed here. So please make sure you do further reading, and hope so I'll speak you all during our next lesson. Thanks for listening and attending, and I hope so speak you all. Thank you. Bye bye.